Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing. I always say tonight because it feels like night, but now the sun is shining. So, good evening, everyone.
It ain't shine. It's so cloudy over here. It could be night.
Look, you can see the whole sunshine here.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're here to talk about Power Book 2, Ghost Season 3, Episode 7.
All right, we good to go.
It was a lot. It was a lot going on in this episode. Yeah, had my blood pressure raised up just a little bit. So, try to keep up because we all over the place. So we start with the Russians firing at the Jamaica boys. So whatever the police did, they didn't do it very long. They did not have the Russians under control for very long because the war is still on. And I mean, at the end of the day, the police don't give a shit about the Tejada, so I don't know why they would be in any rush to, like, you know what I'm saying, make that a thing. So, yeah, Jamaica boys down, Russians up one. Meanwhile, Monet is at her house telling Gordo she want him to back off of Drew.
Girl.
Didn't you bring him in here? Weren't you the one that invited him to this party, Monet?
That part.
Child. Well, she said the Russians are like coming down on him hard, and she wants him to back off because he don't need that. And Gordo laughed at her, talking about, man, you ain't worried about no Russians. You worried about Drew getting close to finding out what you really did, that you didn't want their daddy, you had their daddy taken out.
That part.
And he said he gonna keep seeing Drew, and you ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. So,
and
calm your tits, cause that's where we at with it.
Cause Drew over there, pussy was. I mean, can you say that? Yeah,
I mean, so. That's how he acted. What in the hot Cheeto is that?
Exactly, flaming hot Cheeto.
Making my mouth hot. Woo. Girl,
flaming hot Cheeto puss.
No, that's some. You got a grape soda?
I'm all stuffed up. It's clearing my senses. It's
you got a grape Faygo over there too.
I don't like grape. I do red.
I don't like grape either. Yeah, red pop. That works. Anyway, after Gordo left, she called a meeting. Like, she's pissed, so we need a meeting ASAP. That means Kane, Drew, Tariq, Braden, all y'all.
All y'all.
We need to talk. So Tariq is over at Weston because Tariq always has many fires to put out. Like, he got the message about the meeting and everything, but he got to talk to Lauren because she needs to not talk to the feds, and he needs to make her understand he needs a little bit more time to figure this shit out before she, gets to running her mouth. She not sold on it. She said the people said you was a monster, and
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about with her. You knew I was gonna say it.
Well, Tariq said, if he's a monster, it's because they made him into one. And then, she was talking about how she brought up, the story about Raina. So he told her what really happened with that. Now she's all conflicted because,
But see how easy she flipped?
So I was thinking about something last night, and I was like, let me see where you would go with it. I feel like I know where you would go with it, but I'm going to guess.
Okay.
So, out of all the women on this show, well, not all the women, out of Diana, Lauren, Effie, yeah, that's it. Diana, Lauren, and Effie. Because we're going to leave Monet out of it. We don't want any of that. Out of Diana, Monet, and Effie, who do you think you most identify with?
Oh.
And I hate my answer, but it's true. And I'm a cop to it.
I don't identify with you, how?
I know you're going to say that, but you don't get to say that. You have to pick one. Out of all three of them, which one do you see yourself in? And that doesn't mean you're exactly like them. I'm just saying.
Shit, Effie?
I knew it. I knew she was not going to say Diana for any reason.
No, she
And so
weak.
the only other option is Effie. And yeah, I most identify with Lauren. Sorry, I wouldn't be talking to the feds, but I would have told Tariq to fuck out of here. And this is another reason why I identify with Lauren, because at the end of the day, Tariq is trying to convince her to help him, and she says she doesn't trust him, but that shit that Tariq does, and you know this about me, that shit that Tariq does, I fall for that bullshit. I fall for the story. I fall for the sob story. And so that's what lands me in the predicaments I find myself in.
And the only reason why I said Effie, because I think she off to the next one, and then that would have been.
I see Effie. I would have picked that for you too, because I was like, okay, so you're not a killer, but I'm not a snitch. But at the end of the day, right. I feel like I be adjacent as hell, falling for these street niggas. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a good girl, and you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I had to get that off my chest. So anyway,
on to the next one, Effie. Let's get on. Okay. That's a love scene I want to see. Let me put that out there.
Brayden and Kiki.
Kane and Effie.
Effie and Kane.
Baby. Let Kane get it in one time.
I don't think it's going to happen, but anyway.
Dang.
Hey, have you seen the previews for next week?
No, I wanted some of that Bobby Brown loving.
I don't think it's going to happen. But Anyway, so Brayden is over here smashing Kiki, and I would have to say I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, okay, Brayden, I guess
he did it like a white boy. He did it like a white boy.
I'll go that route because it just,
Fucking like
and I feel like Kiki must only fuck with white boys. You know what I'm saying? Like that's her thing.
Or she was lying. Oh my God, it was so good.
Like, have you ever
said, oh my God, it was so good.
Right.
No.
Listen, if I give you one of these, woo,
there you go.
Not gonna be like, oh my God. And he over there jackhammering. I was just like, I mean, I guess that's what I figured it was gonna be like. Anyway, child, maybe they're just too young for me. I feel like I don't really enjoy looking at like these really young people, but I'm gonna give it to you. I feel like Kane is grown as hell. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. Hell, I mean, to be honest, Drew ain't doing he's doing the damn thing. That's just not my thing, but he ain't boring, not like that. I'd rather because what's the name?
Drew with him and Tariq. I ain't got to see him or Tariq ever.
Drew?
Brayden and Tariq. Y'all say these things. I ain't got to see that.
Well, listen, y'all been putting poor Drew to work. Can y'all please, does this nigga show up and they be like, hi, this is Bob. Bob is going to be playing Mac. Mac, okay, y'all, smash. Does he get, a chance to, go to lunch with his coworkers before they be having to jump on top of each other?
Nope.
Well, Brayden is stressed out because he thought that him and Tariq would be cool by now. It's been a long time. They don't usually fall out like this, so it's making him really stressed out. And Kiki is all like, I mean, why do you care about Tariq? It's not even that serious. You're making too much out of this, little tiff between you and Tariq. And Brayden is like, we're like brothers, for real brothers. I don't think Kiki understands those type of relationships though. She doesn't
she's looking at the money. You're the family with the money. Why do you care about this little Negro?
Because I hate my family and this is my real friend and stuff, but she don't understand because she doesn't have any. I don't see her she running around behind Uncle Lucas. And I bet you he's jackhammered as well, the way she be running up and behind him. Kiki let him know, no, you're not brothers, you're business partners, because I know all about your coffee business and everything. And so, and you're the brains behind it. Anyway, it's way harder to get the cryptocurrency than it is to come up with a coffee muling idea. So that's, he's like, for 1 second, he said, "What are you talking about?" And then he immediately caved in. Like,
He just tell too much too
him
fast.
and Effie, like, they don't give no kind of fight back. They just confess like way too fast.
Yeah, y'all just tell too much too fast.
So now we're over at the emergency meeting that Monet called. So we got Tariq, Kane, Drew, and Brayden. They're down to the warehouse. Is this her first time like over at the warehouse?
She didn't act like it.
Why is she there?
Why
are we letting her in?
It's all of
Did it look like a lot? It looked like an awful
Look
lot.
like
I felt
she
a
didn't
lot of
even
pressure.
face her. I would have been like,
huh. This seems like an awful lot. I mean, but I guess that's not a bad problem to have, except for when you got Wakanda telling you better hurry up and get rid of it. And, you know, the block is really hot. We got Russians on one side and the feds on the other side. This is one obstacle course that I feel like my good little heart ain't really, I'm not equipped. Monet screaming orders at everybody like to tell somebody need to come up with an idea. Now, and Kane is like, well, you're the boss. Why don't you tell us what to do?
Right.
Where's Drew? Well, Drew, that's right. Drew is actually not there because Drew and Gordo are pulling the, you know, product off the streets, and he's redirecting business to, you know, to Stansfield, and he's got everything handled, boss. So it does seem as though like Kane is the one that's actually running the organization at this particular moment, because
Kane act like he got more sense than he did before. He the only one act like he got sense so far. This the Kane that should have been.
Because he ain't getting none, but as soon as he start trying to smash Effie, he gonna be all, because that's everybody else's problem. Brayden over there smashing Kiki and getting business all screwed up. Tariq smashing everyone. Effie, Kiki, I mean not Kiki, Effie and Lauren and Diana, and nobody needs that kind of drama. Yeah, and Drew's doing what Drew does. So Kane is the only one who's not distracted. That's why he's doing such a good job. And I mean, Monet she's on a killing train. She got to figure out who got to go next. So, and who's gonna do it, because she's not doing it. She let's see. She said that they can't keep this, you know, the product off the streets for too long, because then the Russians will take over their, you know, territory. Okay, Tariq, you got any ideas? Tariq like, nope. What the hell is wrong with him? He's mad because we killed his wire wearing bitch. Now that set me. She's like, what? So she's like, listen, y'all niggas get out of here, because I need to talk to Tariq alone. So Kane starts walking out, and Brayden's still sitting there. Kane is like, you a nigga too. And, you know, Brayden was so excited.
He was like, I am?
Oh, yes.
Can I say it?
I actually understand what the vibe was there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Brayden, you're official.
Can I say it?
You got called a nigga by Mary J. Blige. Write that down somewhere. Monet explains to Tariq, much like everyone else has explained to him, that the wire wearing bitch needed to go. Like, there's no really way to, you know, explain that any better to you. And Tariq is like, you don't understand.
Oh my God.
Now that she's been murdered, the feds are having an investigation on me. And Monet is like, you didn't kill her, so you have nothing to worry about.
Right.
I mean, unfortunately for him, he does have a lot to worry about, but so do you, Monet. She tells Tariq, like, okay, Tariq, snap out of it. I need your thinker. I need you to use your thinker. And Tariq is like, okay, so if the Castillos know where the Russians, you know, get their drop, then we can, like, I got a inside person that can, you know, the feds can bust them, and then that'll take some of the product off the streets. And she's like, no, good job, Tariq. That's what I'm talking about. Dap him up because
Get
he
your
was up there.
mind off that woman.
Why would anybody know when they're going to get the drop, though? I was like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, that's not something that should be public information. Like, you just telling people, like, so at 3 o'clock on Saturday, we're going to be down to the, where is it? To the truck yard where we can pull the thing and got the trailer. Like, who does that? Why is that a thing? Why do the Castillos know that? About the Russians, no less.
Child, who y'all got in with the Russians? How do we? Well, no.
That was confusing, but good job, Tariq. Y'all got it all figured out. Saxe and Davis meet up with Davis's brother because they want to coach him, you know, before he goes onto the parole board. And he's pretty much blowing it. But I wonder why didn't Davis like kind of get his brother prepared for this? Davis is acting nothing like a lawyer. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen him lawyer anything. It's confusing.
And was his brother blowing it on purpose?
I couldn't tell. I think some people, you know, and I mean, honestly, he's been in jail so long and he doesn't know what it would look like on the outside. Probably is like, it's overwhelming for him to, and he's sick. You want him to come out in the world now to make you feel better about the fact that you're the reason why he's in there in the first place. Right. Anyway, he blows it and Saxe walks out a little irritated, but you know, he's like, we'll figure it out. Don't even worry. Because Saxe needs it to work out because he's got other stuff that he needs to get handled. What is your dog doing? Because I know Dee's not there.
The dog. It's like these balloons is making all of these noise in the corner. I think they're finally about to die.
Balloons from what?
The 7 balloon from the 7th birthday party and
he still got balloons?
Just the number 7. And then the baby balloon, it's a girl, it's in the corner. And they're making a lot of noises over there by themselves. So I think they're probably ready to drop.
Well, child. What was that? Oh. No more distractions. I'm turning this phone over. The Castile brothers are at their spot. They stashing product. So we got to bring the product off the street. So I'm guessing, the Castiles are very much tied in with the Tejadas and the Russians and all of that stuff. And so Drew walks up in there with Gordo, and they are not happy to see him at all. They're like, why don't you go home and like put your own family's life at risk? because of you, we got a lot of shit going on. And Drew was like, I understand. Listen, I'll leave. I just need you to tell me, when the Russians got their next, delivery coming in. And they like, why would we tell you that? For the Russians to come, you sound
crazy. One part of your war, dude.
And then he like, you know what? Drew was like, trust me. I know what I'm doing. We're going to get this handled. And they're like, yeah, no, we did not sign up for this. And if you want us doing all that, then, we want 50-50. So,
exactly.
More money. I don't know, like you walking up here saying Russians like it's just like nothing. And Drew said, no, can't do. We ain't gonna be able to give you 50-50. And then the other really like with the shotty, like, oh yeah, that's how you feel. And then Gordo had to step in, and Gordo like had to remind them like how they're like family, and this is what Poppy would want. And the brothers is like, we'll vote on it after he leaves. Now, how many brothers is it? Because if there's 3 of y'all. You already think no. We outvoted.
We said no.
We can count Castile brother. We already know what the outcome is. So anyway, Saxe is over there with Jenny. He's still in his feelings, child. He asking Jenny to find somebody that takes bribes to sit on the parole board. See how your life just be in the hands of whoever feel like it. So you can just find somebody that takes bribes to vote.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
That's why the more money you got, the less likely you are to go to jail. Yep. That right there. And the fact that Jenny like knows somebody, Jenny, why do you know somebody that takes bribes? Shouldn't he be like in jail? Just
She's
saying.
very cop.
You don't have a case, against this guy.
She crooked. They
Well,
show you right now how it is.
Stacks had to remind her how he still don't appreciate how she played him. And if she don't like straighten her shit out, he gonna take her ass down with him. So quit playing with him. Because he don't feel he still got feelings hurt. Jenny. Tariq is walking around the street like he's being chased. He's looking all over his shoulders. He's going to meet Tate. Tate sees him looking all crazy. It's like, nigga, are you being followed? I can't be seen with you. My numbers is already down. I can't be fooling around with you out in these streets.
Tate is a bad politician, isn't he? Like, you still running, like, you ain't won that yet. You've been running since we met you. You ain't won nothing.
Yeah, after Ghost, it ain't been good for him.
My goodness, just give it up, Tate. Just give it up.
Maybe Ghost besmirched his reputation. Did they do some mudslinging or something? I don't know.
Yeah, you might want to get another profession.
I guess, when you're politicking and you got brown skin and you dirty, you gotta, work your way through the system the best way you can. Anyway, Tariq gives him the information about the Russians, and basically, if Tate can get this arrest, under his belt, taking credit for the whole situation, it definitely looked good for him in the polls. And so, thank you, my nigga. And then off Tariq goes down the street, looking over his shoulder as if the boogeyman is coming to get him. So Monet and Big Mike is over at the crib, right? And they're just having a little tete-a-tete, going back down memory lane, and he giggling and she giggling, and Drew walks in like, what is this nigga doing here? And Big Mike is all like, I'm here for the family, and Drew is all like, you weren't here for the family when we was looking for a connect. Now you want to be up here all up under my mama looking crazy, and I'm not here with it. And Monet is like, you need to relax a little bit. So Big Mike, he says to Drew, yeah, the Russians is gonna pay for what they did to your father. And she was like, Monet was like, well, that's why you're here. We need you to help us like handle this Russian problem that we got going on. And Big Mike was like, no can do. Sorry about it, but it ain't been a good week for me. And I had some people over here went down, and I just ain't gonna be the one. And Drew was like, you're the one that told me to like handle it. And now that I need help, you can't help. What good are you? And, Drew played him like punk ass, like he was acting. And I was disappointed, Big Mike. I didn't know, like, what, you came in all hard and now you chasing Monet like a little puppy dog, and you really ain't got nothing working on the street.
Every time they going after some or get sniffing or getting some, they act stupid.
That's
that's what they say. We got the power. That's what they say.
What they say, girl?
They say we got the power.
Cause it be what? What it be doing?
Got that power.
It be smoking. That's what it be doing. Anyway. Mike at the door trying to smash. Monet walking him out. He's still trying to be all up in her face. And, she's giving him a little la 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 to dee dee dee. And, when he walks out the door, Drew was like, that nigga ain't no good. My daddy's body ain't even cold. And y'all in here drinking wine and eating cheese and shit. And it's not an okay thing. And
was doing that with old boy when your daddy was here. What's his name? The one that died before him?
The Puerto Rican Rodriguez?
Yeah, she was doing that when your daddy was here. So, boy. Mecca. She was doing that with Mecca.
And they're all dead.
Absolutely.
She is a Black Widow for real. Where was we at? Oh, so Drew is like, Monet is like, all we got is us and the Castiles. We need all the manpower we got. And he like, we might don't have the Castiles because they said they want 50-50. And but Gordo over there handling it, and she like, well, good, because we need it, and I'm glad you got him on lock. And he like, no, it ain't nothing like that. Like all of a sudden, his whole mood changed, Now he all giggity giggity.
He was like, for real, girl?
He got the nigga on
You
live.
think
Talk about,
so?
I kind of feel like we could be something. And she's like,
I
I don't
really
see why
like
you
you.
couldn't, like, you and, your daddy. Like me and your daddy. But I was like, he went from hard, like this nigga ain't shit, and my daddy just into, oh yeah, that's my
Mm-mm.
boo.
Mm-mm.
So he should down to the school rapping child. They, I guess, having some type of talent show down to the down to the candy store. They should have did that lineup a little different though, because the people was partying with Keisha, they was having a good time, and then Skinny TA want to have a spoken word moment.
Mm-mm.
So Rashid
Mm-mm.
gets up on the stage and he has a poem for Diana. And he stands on stage and professes his undying love for her and says her name out loud at the end of the poem. And she looked at him like, I know you lying. And she walked out of the room like, this is just damn embarrassing to have Rashid the TA up to the stage giving me that corny ass poem in front of all these people. And I don't even like him no more. So she ran out the room and he ran after her, child. And he had an attitude. He talked about, you ain't gonna respond to what I just did. I done stood up on that stage and poured my heart out to you, and I need you to acknowledge and respect it.
And nobody told you to do that, boy.
Why would you do that?
She's supposed to fall deadly in love with him because he did that.
Yeah, he expects her to respect him and for putting his heart like that out on the stage. Didn't you hear him? That's what he said. Then the shit went left because when she wasn't getting the response he wanted it, he turned this like talk about, and your nasty ass is fucking Tariq, and you down here to the store selling drugs. Like, you knew all of that? And I knew it wouldn't be long before you get yourself involved with a nasty drug dealing murderer. And she slapped him like, I mean, I told you he was crazy. I told you he was crazy. And I think he's just really gonna get much crazier. I don't think, I mean.
He gonna take her out. He gonna be the one to take Diana out.
He's crazy or like.
Or they gonna have to take him out.
And he's got a dungeon somewhere down to the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Probably be in there after hours with secret bookcases and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he threatens to tell on her, and but she can squirm in it for a while and get the hell out of here because he's the king of the candy store. And she walks out. So Tariq makes a quick dip over to Effie's house because he wanted to tell her he need that picture that she had took of what's her name, Norma. And she said, you could have a picture if you let me back in. And he's like, why the hell would I do that? Now, I can't even trust you. Now they go back and forth arguing about how they don't trust each other. And he's, Lauren this, Lauren that. And every time he say Lauren at this point, it just make her more mad because in her mind, he more in love with the dead girl than he is with me. And she called him weak, basically, and then she called him weak for not being able to do what she did, and then she took credit for going ahead and doing what he couldn't do and getting rid of Lauren. And then he called her damaged, and she told him to get the fuck out. And I was like, ooh, he called her damaged.
He called her dumb. This is what I'm talking about with Tariq. He ain't shit. I don't even know why y'all deal with him. Tariq just like a damn daddy. He is an even mix. That's how Ghost started.
He loves me. I'm just trying to tell you. You don't understand.
That's how Ghost started treating Tasha, talking to her all crazy.
Crazy. And isn't it interesting how you got mad at him? It all started when you found out he was cheating on your mama, and now you over here doing the same thing. She told you what happened to her. Like, you, honestly, I don't know why everybody has told you that girl had to go. You know what I'm saying? You should be grateful that you didn't have to be the one to do it. Because that, you know what I'm saying? They
Right.
handled that for you. And you, much like Diana's ass over here with the TA, and got no respect and gratitude for what the people did for you.
Damn.
Jesus.
Mm.
Well, Braden is over at his office at the whatever that is last name folks thing, and he's over in the brain of the computer because they having servers crash down. Now, I don't know, like, I'm not thinking that Brain is the tech guy, so I don't know why he's in the brain. Have you ever been in the brain, like inside the school and stuff? It's very intimidating.
Mm-mm.
And it's usually the IT guy that does that, like not
That's usually who you call.
right. I don't even know
You're
what
like,
you can
oh,
do.
we went down. Somebody call IT.
Right. And the IT guy goes in the room with a bunch of fucking wires and knows where all that shit does.
It looks crazy.
Man. Anyway, he in there and he was coming out of there. When he came out of the thing, he sees some dude scurrying through the hallways like a sneaky little bandit carrying shredded papers. So he follows this guy. Now he follows this guy and then discovers there's a secret office behind the wall in one of them rooms. And he goes over to this office, this quick shift office, and sees all the shredded paper and books, like a second set of books. So he goes and snatches the books, but he can see that somewhere, somehow, someone is running a second set of books for the business.
Mm-hmm.
That's concerning. Meanwhile, real quick, like Effie was heading up to her little locker at the top of the building and then realizes that the camera is up there too late. Camera got her picture. So she automatically texts Kane to let him know, guess what? The jig is up and the people seeing us up there on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
So Tate and the NYPD, they pop the Russians, confiscate all of their product, and Tate immediately does a press conference to, take credit for everything that just went down.
Mm-hmm.
The corny cop team is mad. They wonder how in the hell did this happen? How in the hell did Tate get this info? And they got some new guy in there, like homeboy got killed, and so they just replaced him with some random dude that we never seen before. How you just get on the task force and we ain't even never seen you before?
Just like they switched Red Man, like we don't know what the hell going on.
I saw a video. Red Man does not come back because he said he didn't want to take a COVID shot.
He didn't want. Oh, that's why he didn't come back.
I understand to some extent, like people who live very healthy lives that make that decision, but for somebody like Redman, who seemingly puts all kind of trash inside his body anyway, I'm wondering why.
He was like, I ain't doing that one though.
That cracks me up. Like I have a friend that was telling me, well, ex-friend, but she was telling me one day how not to eat hot dogs. First of all, I don't eat hot dogs because I think they're kind of gross, but
I eat Kogels. We in Flint, Conies.
I will eat a hot dog, but I generally don't. I just don't, I'd rather, like, not that any of the other shit is better, but I'm just saying, she's sitting up there telling me not to eat hot dogs while she's smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, really? Okay.
You know that shit.
Because a hot dog kill you. Exactly how that went. I'm like, okay, girl. Anyway, we digress. So yeah, they introduced this dude like on their task force. So they're sitting there trying to figure out, shuffling pictures around and they're putting pieces of this puzzle together. I guess the more she shuffle pictures around, the more the shit cuts. It's like the Soul Train thing. Remember on Soul Train? Yeah, so the puzzle's like slowly but surely coming together. So Tariq and the family is running out of time. So Effie meets up with Kane to get some product. And he a little short because, they had to handle some things with the Russians and all of that going on. And she like, pressed because yeah, I get that, but the tuition is due now. So, you know, what I'm supposed to do. And he
Right.
pulls money out of his pocket, like, I'll take care of it. She's like, I'm not taking your charity. Girl, you taking the, I'm confused. Because
You need it.
how is it different? You taking the cocaine? Ain't that a handout?
She felt like she worked for the cocaine.
Let's just skip that step and yeah, go straight to the cash. Like honestly, I guess I'm a hoe because I could figure out a different way to get the money. I'm standing there looking at Kane, looking at me, we looking at each other, and anyway, Effie, you done already seen the camera. What you really gonna do? You already know that, you know what I'm saying? You
You know
should
they
be
got you on
concerned
tape.
about what that camera saw and how long it's been there. That's what you should be worried about,
Right.
girl. Anyway, class, everyone. Class is very pressed this week. I did not enjoy class at all. Class is about fair deals. Diana snapping on the TA, talking about how it ain't fair for people to use their power, like basically for harassing other folks. And he's like, you know, blame her, like, shouldn't have made me mad, and then you wouldn't have had been, you know, feeling like that. And then he said something crazy like his single mother taught him to like have pride and gratitude. and so man, I'm supposed to be grateful to you because you gave me a job.
How many people grew up with single mamas refer as their mama as a single mama?
I have never referred to my mother as
Have you ever said that? My single mother.
Never. Matter of fact, I hate it when like what's that show? America's Next Top Model. I used to hate when they would go on that show and be like, I'm doing this for my baby. And I'm like, no, you're not doing that for your baby.
No.
You're doing that because you want to be a famous model. Just say what it is. It's okay. You can be a single mom and still want to like have your own shit and not because of your baby. And yeah, my mother was a single mother. I pretty much don't think I've ever said that. So
no.
But you know, I guess you know he's trying to tell his story right quick before we find it out. So his single mother taught him like how to have pride and gratitude, and Diana's like, yeah, whatever, nigga. And then Effie starts snapping on Tariq, and everything was just really personal, and it was really confusing to know what the actual class was about because these niggas was arguing with each other about their personal shit.
And she let him do it. She suck as a teacher.
She just sitting there listening. So Diana's back in her dorm room and Monet calls her. I guess he likes her now because she's like, why haven't you called me back? And Diana's like, I don't know. I've just been having a hard time. What's wrong, love? Like, you'll be fine. School's hard, but you got this because you're like me. I guess I've been having a problem with the boy. What boy? You want me to come kill him? No, don't come kill him because I can handle it. You know why? Because I'm just like you, Mom. Okay, I love you. I love you too, Mom. I don't know what the fuck that was. But
they so fake. I can't. Okay.
When did that happen? She was just kicked out of the family. Now she's just like you.
Just like you, Mom. My favorite.
Sax goes over to Davis's office and he's telling him about the crooked parole board member. And, Davis at first is like, nah, bro, I ain't trying to get in that kind of trouble. And Davis is like, you know what? I'm so sure about this. Don't even worry about it. I'll do it all by myself. You just have to go give me some money because this dude is going to need to get paid off. Money, not a problem. So then Davis, the lawyer and, smart ass dude that he is, opens his safe, and there's
right in front of him. I was like,
all the dirty money that he gets on the side from his drug dealing clients, there's right there in the thing. Like, why do you trust Sax so much? Like, he would be somebody, I wouldn't even meet him in his office. We don't meet in my office because I don't trust you.
No, Stats, I'm gonna need one of them stats since it's just like that.
He's a good guy. I want him to start acting like the lawyer that he was when he first showed up, because whatever he's doing right now is pissing me off.
Mm.
Brayden is at the office going through the fake books, and shit ain't right. He's he's putting two and two together, and it's making him very uncomfortable. Sorry, the other one just uploaded. Tariq is over here begging Lauren to trust him, and she ain't answering the phone. And in the meantime, while he's standing outside, the undercover nigga is going through the trash, and he just so happens to find one of the coffee cups with a little blue baggie in the bottom. And we know what the little blue baggie is now. That's what we do. That's probably how they are over there, to be honest. They probably are just that careless that they just, you know what I'm saying?
Just leave the blue baggie in the cup.
Throw it in the cup. I mean, when we was watching Kanan, they was over there throwing all the cassette tapes in.
Didn't they? They threw it right there in the
like 35 cassette tapes in the alley.
Right.
So Diana goes back to the candy store, and the TA is like, get out of here if I call cops on you. And she was like, ain't nobody worried about you calling the cops, Rashad. Or is your name really Rashad? Because apparently she pulls out a file, found some information about you, Rashad. Turns out Rashad was adopted by a white family that supports Trump and grew up like equestrian and things. And he over here trying to act like he, raised by a single mom. And if you don't leave me alone, and then I'm just gonna have to tell all the people how you're a fake woke nigga. He's at a Ivy League college. Like, how many woke niggas is there over there? He's not like.
And how many care?
No,
like he's one of us.
Anything that's gonna be
like
more,
him.
That's gonna work to his advantage.
Come on.
Okay. So now we're out there like understanding why he's throwing around the whole single mom thing. He's embarrassed to be rich. Nobody Black has ever been embarrassed to be rich. That doesn't even make sense. Anyway, for the time being, it works. He doesn't want anybody to know. So she negotiated that he's gonna cut back on some of his hours and give it to some of these students that really need it, and she's gonna give her a raise. Now we're finished. I think he's crazy. I think she should be careful. He wants to probably make a suit out of her skin or something. He seems like a serial killer type.
Or he gonna tell everything he know, because she be talking too much too.
Why did she smash? Like, I'm still confused as to what was he saying anyway that had you like so. Because he looks like the guy that's like, want me to carry your books, Diana? Shouldn't want me to carry your backpack for you? No, he's weird. So Monet and Drew and Kane, they over to the club. So apparently Big Mike owns the club. And they went over there to go visit him. Drew, you stay your ass outside, because the last time we was around Big Mike, you was acting a fool. We trying to make friends over here. We don't need you like making, trouble. Then she trying to play Kane and on the way in there. And Kane is like, here you go, doing that thing you do when you want me to do whatever you want me to do. She's like, listen, I'm trying to handle this business and take care of this family. Or you have my back or you don't. These kids. What you gonna do with them? So she over there getting close to Big Mike in the club in the daytime with the lights out, and he's, got hearts in his eyes, and she's telling him how she wants to be his partner. He's asking her, like, what does he get out of being partners? And she's like, you get the keys to the kingdom and all this. And he's like, I've been waiting to get all that. I've been waiting to get to all that a long time, Monet. And then he leans in, like, to get a little smooch, and just when he leans in, shots fired. Was it corny to you when she put her arm around him? It was like, if you can,
it didn't.
Everything you ever. Oh,
it was seductive.
Not at all. Bring back Rocks. She's good at it.
Rock's good at it.
Anyway, he leans in for the kiss, and then shots are fired, and then she grabs a knife, but she ain't executed like how it was supposed to have been executed. So now it's the whole struggle, and she's kicking him and punching him, and he threw her on the floor, and he got his hands around her throat and called her fake ass bitch, and he's choking her out, and then pow, Kane came to the rescue, took him out.
He was
Takes
gonna
this
get
nigga
her
out
too.
one
He was
shot.
getting her good too.
He was getting her good, and Kane, oh Lord Jesus, thank you so much for coming to save my life. What happened? And she's like, things got ugly out there, and somebody pulled up, and we had to get the drop on him. She's like, oh, go check on Drew, make sure Drew's okay. Okay, so he goes to check on Drew, and while he's checking on Drew, she gets this dude's phone, and then immediately she texts somebody. I think they know that the Russians didn't kill Renzo Tata. Whole name. Flip phone. He carrying a Motorola flip phone.
Child, I guess he had to get a burner
That's
phone.
a burner phone. Oh, because I mean, it seems to me the burner phone don't have no type of security, and it just all the business.
No, and I'm sorry, because my dad is old, so he wants big buttons and all of that. Now, the last time I checked, them kind of phones, you can't type like that. It's like
Yeah.
one letter. All of
Yeah.
that to get to the. That's a lot. She ain't had time to do that. It wasn't that kind of phone. It was a burner phone.
She's old and she's used to use the flip phone, so she got this. She know how to do that real easy. Anyway, child, while she sent that message, no sooner than she did that, the boys came back in, and she's like, and when soon as they came in, they discovered the phone. Like, what was the phone buzzing or something as soon as they walked in? So Drew pulls out the phone out of this nigga's pocket and then reads the text message, and then he sees the text message. Oh my God, he's the one that killed Poppy. Oh my God. Okay, this is what you need you to do. I need you to set up a meeting with whoever he texted and get this body and clean it up and get it out of here. Clubs don't be having cameras. I feel like it should be some cameras. Didn't even DMX had cameras over to the thing with Aaliyah when that was 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mike, your setup is raggedy. I'm sorry. Where is they at? In New York? Child, this is 2023.
They got them on every corner out there, so
I got them in my house, and I don't have no bricks or nothing. It's just to keep the folks out of my yard. Anyway, not over here, not at this club. So, now they know that Big Mike was actually the one that took out Tejada, and we then started this whole war with the Russians for absolutely nothing. Damn it. Drew, was this your idea? Fix it. Now you have to fix it. Well, Effie goes to handle her tuition and finds out that, Kane had paid her whole semester. She's good for the rest of the year. And, she sends him a message like, fuck you. And he's like, you're welcome. So I think they go together now. I'm not sure, but
I would think so. I think
it seems like they're an actual couple.
I thought that was a question, like, fuck you now.
No.
I was like, yeah.
Fuck you, please. Thank you. No, that's us. Could y'all? Yeah. Anyway, Monet and Drew, they go over to the Russian headquarters, and he's like, with all the shit y'all started, why are you even have the nerve to bring your ass up in here? And so, she's like, gives him Big Mike's head. I guess the Russians like a good old head chopped off.
They do a head. I don't think it take a whole lot to take a head off.
Kane did it. He didn't chop up a whole situation and put him in the barrel. That's what he do. Anyway, they give this nigga Big Mike's head. Dang, Big Mike. I thought I was gonna see you smash, but I guess not, because I feel like, you would have did a way better job than Braden was over there doing down at Kiki's house. But anyway, the Russian was like, she was like, this nigga set us both up, be fighting with each other. And he's the one that started this mess. Are we good? And the Russian was like, Yeah, we good. It's all good. He got other stuff to worry about. The feds just confiscated his products. He don't have time to worry about you and this foolishness over here no more. Um, so undercover cop that just showed up in this episode that we've never seen before, just so happened the cocaine that he found connects everything together. And now we slide a few more of those pictures together and eureka. Done. We done figured out the whole thing. Thank you, undercover cop.
Where you
We should
been?
have had hired you weeks ago.
Right.
Well, Lauren finally calls Tariq back, but it ain't a whole lot of time for them to do anything because the feds is about to move her out of the safe house and take her over to the, I don't know, federal building where she can start snitching. Tariq was like, before you talk to him, like, let me talk to you. I promise you, I can show you, I can prove to you that I'm not lying. She like, I mean, I don't know how you gonna do that. He's like, just, give me a minute and, let me talk to you first before you talk to them. I got to show you in person. Oh, well, at least they got one good one in before, before everything went down. So Drew and Gordo are in the bed, and Drew is like twiddly diddlying around in his chest hair, and they're cheesing and making nosy butterfly kisses.
Golly.
And then,
I do not like chest hair. That's just a turn off. I don't like it. It's
you don't like
much.
it. I have no complaints, but hey. He has a lot though. He has a lot.
I like want to get some there when he sleep.
It's a lot, yeah. So anyway. So while Drew is sitting there twiddly diddling in the chest hair, and he's like, how did you get your family to change their mind? And Gordo's like, I just told them basically, like, if they don't go along, then I'm out of the family. And he's like, oh my God, you like, we're gonna leave your family for me? And he was like, I mean, we're in this together. They're cheesing and smiling, but you know what? I gotta go to work. Let me get a shower because I got shit to do. And so he gets down and he struts his little naked butt across the room, and Drew is all like, a good kind of money. That's mine. The boy is mine. Boy went in the shower. And Drew's like, he's all in his glow. He said, let me go ahead and set up this meeting with this nigga that killed my dad because I gotta go kill somebody. So he texted the person and his man Gordo's phone buzzed. And so he's like, say what now? So of course he got up because it couldn't just be a coincidence. And Gordo's phone, what does he got, a flip phone too, where ain't no security measures on his thing? Because we just reading each other's texts and stuff. And so, because I know when you text me, it's like Tamika, that's all you gonna get. You're not gonna get the whole message. Anyway, he looks at the text, he reads the text and sees, that Gordo is the person that Big Mike was texting allegedly. So, I mean, Gordo gotta go. So what does he do? His heart is broken. He went over to the nightstand, pulls out the pow, goes to the bathroom, opens the shower, gets one last look at his love, and takes him out because he gotta go. Because I trusted you. That's the last words before he took him out. I trusted you. Pow. So when he took him out, then Kane busted the door. Like, Kane, where was they at? Was they at Mecca's house?
Girl, they must have been at Mecca's. They had to
would
be.
Have to be. So, yeah, so Kane comes in and Gordo's like, Drew is like, he's the one. He killed Poppy. And yeah, sorry, dude. Sorry that, this naked man in the shower that used to be like our cousin is the one that, took out Poppy. It's true. Like, you got the right person. Like, there's some components missing, but for the most part, the right man got it. And we didn't like Big Mike anyway because he was trying to smash your mom. So that was just a bonus.
She said his breath stank. He looked like
what?
his breath. She said his breath stank.
She said that about Big Mike?
Yeah. When she would talk to the Russians, she said his breath stank. I said, okay. I can see that.
There is always that one nigga that thinks he's the shit, and you be like, except back up a little bit. That's why she was doing that when he was trying to kiss her.
Yeah.
So Brayden takes the books that he's discovered to Kiki, and Kiki's trying to make him understand that he's overreacting. Don't even worry about it. Listen, I'll take a look at these books and I'll get you. Brayden's like, no, I'm fixing to go talk to my uncle right now. Get to the bottom of this mess. So Brayden goes sashaying in his uncle's office and confronts him about the books, only to find out his uncle is definitely running a Ponzi scheme. And basically Kiki is in on it. Then we knew that. And so Brayden, baby, they was over there playing you. They said they been knew about the coffee business. Matter of fact, they actually was hoping that you was gonna come over there and set up shop. And pretty much Uncle Lucas was like, keep your mouth shut, or we all going to jail. And trust and believe, the jail I'm going to is gonna be much more comfortable than the one they gonna send you to.
Now, how he figure that? He a Weston?
I don't know, because he talking shit, because that's what he does. But Tariq's trust fund money is tied up in this daggone thing, and Monet's life insurance policy. They go kill him if he don't get that together. And RSJ's money is also tied up in that company, and I feel like RSJ is the one that's gonna save the day.
Yep.
Because what we're not gonna do is play with his money. You can play with
I
these
didn't bring
kids.
him in for nothing. So it's something about RSJ I'm still trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Tariq is walking down the street, sees this dude on the street, gets his uniform and his badge, and boom, he's into the building. Just that easy. Now, we don't have time to waste with that. Tariq needs a uniform, and if Tariq needed my uniform and paid me a wad of cash, I would have let him have it too. What do you want me to do? I don't know how he got in there. Anyway, he meets up with Lauren in the bathroom, and when he had went over to Effie's house, he was actually recording her, so he baited her into that conversation just so she would confess. And that was everything that Lauren needed. Like, she she believes him now, but she's like, it is too late. Like, she's telling him, like, the feds got y'all like drug charges, murder charges. They trying to RICO that ass. And he was like, oh my God. Okay, so, and then he's like, I don't understand how all of this got past Sachs. She's like, got past him. He in on it. He working with you. What are you talking about? I don't know why you didn't know. Stupid, y'all trusted Sachs. He ain't never been trustworthy.
Never.
So now that all the official people that have were responsible for taking out Poppy, we finna have us a nice good old family dinner. And yeah, so let's get together, sit around this table. We got some cornbread. I don't know who cooked it, but it ain't seasoned as good as some greens. Need a little more seasoning in it. That's what Kanan said. Who, Diana?
Monet. They said mama cooked that.
He said, mama cooked this, so we ain't finna have too much high expectations. She doesn't look like she cooked. She got a lot of seasonings though. Like, I don't know why she
would have there was a lot of Mexican seasoning. So maybe oh boy was the cook.
Yeah, but listen, that Goyo, that's saffron, and that adobo, it all worked. She can use that too. Like, if it's in the kitchen, throw a little bit of something in the food. Anyway, while they enjoying their family dinner, the feds is busting in through their house. So they literally busted up the family dinner, came in the house, and Diana Tejada is under arrest. Why? Because she didn't have herself down to the school putting bricks in the locker. Thanks, Tariq, because if you had never told her to do that, she would have been better off stashing it in her mattress.
Now you responsible for it. Now,
Tariq, yeah, y'all gotta get it. And Monet is like, Diana, just don't say nothing. Don't say a word till I get you a lawyer. Whew. We don't know, Diana.
Too much going on.
Huh?
That was too much going on.
Well, child, I was dizzy. Sachs is her lawyer.
True. See how this go out.
I don't know. You got to see the previews. I don't want to spoil it for you, but the previews gonna have your blood pressure
I'm
up.
gonna have to go back and look at it.
I saw it on YouTube.
Oh, child.
Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. We got 2 more episodes left.
Two
So
more. Some more.
yeah.
That's it. That's all. Y'all go ahead.
Enjoy this season a little bit because I like
I like the last couple episodes,
it.
but
Well,
it's still not my
all I can
favorite.
that's all I can ask for. Just let me have that. Just let me have that.
You can
All
have
right,
that.
y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, drop down in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.